Hey guys, Optimus Prime Ep.6 here. This is going to be the 6th and last review in our series on the Dinobots Power of the Prime Combiner set. We have reviewed every one of them individually. We have put them into bot mode, into dino mode, and into limb mode as we have them here. And now we're about to put them all together. And then I'm going to pull out the upgrade kit and show you what's the difference. So, first, the original combiner. So, we slide this connector in here. This connector in here. This connector in here. This looks bad already. And let's hold the arm. This connector in here. Okay, so right out of the gate, the one that we get from Hasbro is honestly, let me pull up the camera a little bit, very janky. It's not very posable because the waist is small, it's very tall at the leg, and the shoulders are heavier than what it really wants to support. So when you try to pose him, he gets very wobbly, very unstable rapidly, and hard to maintain upwards. Oh, and that wants to split now. 1 second, let's fix this. There we go. Sorry about that. And see, like the feet want to turn. Like it really does not want to cooperate. And that took all my little change to just get him to do that. So I'm going to use the camera and go around on this one rather than bring the figure up because it's bigger and it's wonky. So here's what he looks like. In its original combiner mode. Let me spin him around a little bit. I'll hold him rather. So this is what you get original stock from Hasbro. Now let me lay him down real quick. I'll put the camera back down. Okay, so it's easier to put the upgrade kit when you have them in pieces because most of it is going to go on Grimlock anyways. So let's take the limbs out of the equation for now. Alright, so let's put these aside. Let me bring out, I have it out of the packaging because I opened it earlier this year. I just didn't get around to put it. It's almost been sitting in my closet for a year now. So I'm just getting around to open up this baby, this bad boy, and put it on. And these are all what you're getting in there. So that's what I was saying when I said the weapons were all coming black. Those were all custom painted. So here is what you get when you open this kit. There is 2 layers with some of the weapons and the parts. And then there's in my case, I learned it was apparently an exclusive. So the person I bought it from must have pre-ordered or whatever, but there's a if you ordered it early enough, there's a bag of extra weapons, the ones that I've painted, that comes with it as well. So what comes naturally with the kit is what you see here, and then the set that I painted comes extra. So, without further ado, oh, is there? So, the feet have guns underneath them. If I remember well, there is a way. I don't want to break them. But I know there is a way. There we go. Just have to. So, if you pull down a little bit and then open it up, these actually open up. And these guns can come out. Just 1 second. This one is nice and tight in there. Come on. I don't want to break you. Oh, I guess the whole thing can come out. There we go. Is this one not? Oh, there we are. It was just nice and tight in there. So there's this. There's this holder that becomes a rocket launcher, as you can see here, that holds those two weapons together, and those can become guns as well for your singular bots. And this can become a shield if you hold the peg there for your, see, this comes as well, this comes off as well, and then this can become a shield for one of your Dinobots. So that's for the feet. So let's put there we go. Put this back in here. Oh, come on. There we go. Just making sure that they're nice and tight in place. And that comes in 4 more feet again. So, you take the base one from this set, take the peg, oops. Oh, and I forgot, it's on both. It has an ankle tilt there at the ratchet, and then it has a forward-backward ratchet joint as well. It's just, oh, it's just a little tight. Come on. Seriously? Let me try with this one, see if this one might take. So this one took it. There we go. Let's try the other one. too. This is annoying. Like, you know, that ankle tilt is really good once it's in there, but to put it in, it's really annoying because it just wants to flip all the time. There we go. Found a way to hold it. And I was able to anchor it. Well, at least it's going to be solid. We know that much. So here it is, anchored to our other leg fella. Then, the hands are another treasure of this kit. Very well painted, first of all. They also, one second. There we go. Turn into a set of weapons. So you literally just fold the hand down the middle together, and it turns into a gun for one of your Dinobots. Well, let me put it back together. And each of the finger is individually articulated at every joint. They can split apart. They can literally fold, and even the claws at the tip of the fingers are articulated on their own. It's really beautiful work here on these. So let's replace our stock Hasbro hands. There we go. Come on. Another one that's going to be a little tight to slide in. 1 second. There we go. See how much better that looks. And wait till we see it all assembled at the end. And now, most of the extra parts are going on our friend Grimlock here. So first, we have the chest piece, which you just lift up the head. It allows for the head to just slide through. And you just clip it on, literally. There's 2 clips at the bottom. There's a tab here at the back of the belt, and you just clip that there. I'm just trying to get behind there. 1 second. Come on. There we go. And there we go. So you hear the clip there. So that's one part. Now, this is the back piece that goes to our Grimlock. And this one, let me see. Okay, so there's 2 slants here on his back on each side of that gray piece, and there's 2 gold tabs here. And there's also, where were they? Right here. So the arms have to be facing this way. Just one second. This should be all the way in there, I think. Okay. So that you have these two pegs here sticking out on each side, right here and right there. So that when you go and line these up, just one second. Oh, come on.
It also tabs.
So those slide just in there. So there's two O's for those two pegs.
Come on.
There we go. And that comes in form part of his back piece. Now the other piece that we have on the top row is for his legs. So it forms a shield when it's together. Then you separate it. You bring those two things up. Now you're going to notice that there's a little hole on one of them. And there's, so if you bring the legs forward with the tail out, there's a little peg right here. So you're going to come and hook up this one and wrap it around on the other side. So that's should give you something like this, so it fills up the leg. And same thing with the other one. We spin it, take the other tab. Oh. And there we go. And you're going to notice that the hole on it is made a little longer because for some reason, and I don't think that you, because I didn't even try, it just happened, but it's going to be, you're going to notice that on one leg, the peg is going to be upper, and on the other one, it's going to be lower for some reason. But that's just how it's supposed to be. And this is the parts that we are going to be putting on him on the first tray. Now, let's attack the second tray. The second tray, we have the shoulder fillers. So just let me pop those out. Come on. They're really snug in there. Seriously, there we go. There we go. All right. So there's a hole there at the bottom. There's a tab here on the shoulder. Oh. And we line it up. Oh. Let's do this again. There. Same thing on the other side. There we go. And it comes and hides the hands there better. And now the crotch piece. So you're going to want to start with the back piece here because it's going to be the harder piece to put in. You're going to notice that there's two holes on each side of these, and there's two tabs. Let me... Yes, right there on his legs. So right here on the leg and on the other side, the same thing. So you're going to want to line those tabs. Usually once the first one goes in, the other one should go pretty easily. Oh, 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 oh. Let me see something here real quick. You also have to make sure there's a part in there. I just noticed you have to make sure that it's flipped down, because otherwise it's not going to fit.
That's what was my issue, I believe. So let's see. There we go. Now I just got to get it a little lower. Come on. This is probably going to be the most difficult piece to put on of the entire kit, to be honest. Just fit over already. Come on.
See, as soon as I'm about to get it there. Oh, it's because that piece is back in there. This is a nightmare. Okay. So if I can get one tab lined up there. I need to pull. Of course, this one would fold back in. Oh, come on, this is a real nightmare. Just as I had it locked in on one side, the other side decided to fold back in. All right, let's try this again.
Just keep them unfolded. Okay. One side on. Oh, we might have. There we go.
Of course, now this one wants to come off. There. Get this leg out of the way. And there we are. So it should look something like this. Now we have the other crotch piece, the front part, which this one just clips on over the Hasbro one. There we go. And that's literally all that it does. And then that piece that we unfolded earlier from the back crotch piece, the one that's between his legs, you're going to notice that there's a peg behind the Hasbro crotch piece, and there's a hole in there. That's to basically fasten it there and making it more stable. And there we have it, with all of its parts. So I'll give you a closer look, I guess. So that's with all the upgrade pieces from Transformer Dreamwave TCW-06 kit. And now let's put them all together. So let's start with the legs. That might be the challenge here. Why would you design this like that? Okay, so I guess, give me 1 second. These might go over after they're connected, because otherwise you can't access. Oh, shoot. Of course. Yeah, because otherwise you cannot access the area to slide the component in. So give me 1 second. We'll take this one out. Put this one in. Reattach. There we go. Of course. There we are. There. The arms. Come on. Why won't it hold? It seems anchored properly, but then it just unhooks itself. And then the other arm. There we go. Ah, come on. There. So now, he is a bit more solid on his feet. I mean, he's still a bit wobbly, don't get me wrong, but a lot easier to put into certain poses, and actually, when the feet want to hold, 1 second. Because one side holds perfectly, this one side just keeps popping off. All right, let's try this again. But as you can see, he looks a whole lot more massive, first of all. Better filled. And the crotch is not as tiny as it was, so it holds itself better at that level as well. The hands are beautifully crafted. So are the feet. They add some flair to the entire look of the robot. And so it comes with the black and red blade that I showed earlier, but also with a black one if you want to keep it black, or if you would like to paint it. So here is my custom version. And then, just like any other ones, there's a slant in the hand, and there's a notch here in the sword, and you just basically wrap the fingers around the hilts. Just 1 sec. There we go. Push in that notch. There we go. And then you just make it look like he's holding on to the sword. badass. Let me give you a look with the camera. I love this upgrade kit. It makes this robot, like, it looks good already when it comes out, just wonky because it doesn't have all the parts it really needs to hold itself. And this gives it exactly everything that it needs. Now let me turn it around. Better feet to hold itself, stronger waist, a better back to support everything, as well as a better chest, so it helps holding everything up. The arms are held together better, so it helps in return holding the weight of the two other limbs. So I have nothing but praises for this Transform Dreamwave TCW-06 Upgrade kit for Volcanicus. It is beautiful. I absolutely say if you have this set and you want to display it as a combiner, this is a must-have. So if you liked the review, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of new content. This is Optimus Prime 86 rolling out.